Hey guys, John Willis, this is Jade Marsh with Starlingear. So, you know, we've been doing stuff with Strider pretty much forever. Strider and I shared a building together. So, a few years ago, I hadn't seen Strider in 5-6 years. We go to a blade show just out of the blue, just kind of get out of Tennessee, get out of town. And they had some Starlingear stuff there. I didn't know what Starlingear was. And I picked up, like, this is the kind of stuff they do. It's just real fucking bitchin'. It's laser etched, you know, cool shit. They do these beads that match. I didn't know what Starlingear was. I was buying the Striders because they were totally cool and buying this custom stuff. Come to find out, Jade Marsh, you know, we were doing shit for Jade fucking 20 years back. He was a Rialto cop, and, you know, we were building stuff for these dudes, and he's part of the company. So, like, I'm buying his product up and didn't even realize it was his shit. So, we're at Blade Show. Jade's here. We've, you know, had dinner a few times and just hung out the last few days. That's really what we're out here for, is just seeing friends. But we wanted to just duck in the booth here and kind of show you what it is these guys really do. So how would you describe, like, what you do?
So we do, basically, our main market is in Japan, and over there they call it silver accessories, but we make everything in California. And what we do is big skull rings, big bracelets, wallet chains, pendants, necklaces, and Rick, the owner of the company, likes to create all kinds of different things in mixed metal, so mixing copper with silver and soldering it to brass and bronze. But how we end up in the knife world and how we end up at shows like this is, I was friends with Strider back in the day, back when John was around him, and as soon as I started working for the company, I brought us together with them, and we started doing some collaboration projects, like the one John had in his pocket, and then this is the one we did for the show. That's my wallet. That's not the one we did for the show. But this has got the Magnus bead on it, 2-part bead, bronze head with a copper helmet, solder that together, hand texture it, and then Rick does artwork for the knife that we laser etch on. So this blade was Cerakoted on the blade and then laser etched, Cerakoted on the tie and then laser etched as well. So we do a lot of projects that way, and then the knife bead market kind of took off for us. It wasn't something we really planned. It was more like there was a couple beads laying around the shop. I tied them on one of my knives, and we're like, hey, this might work. The guys on Strider like, hey, we want to put one on our knife, and it just kind of snowballed from there. So over here we've got these. I'm sorry, boss. So some of the beads we did, you can kind of see, like, this is the production version of the Magnus bead. Silver head with a copper helmet, and then it's all hand textured. So the bead gets, or the beard gets textured there, the helmet gets textured. The Legionnaire bead we did, this is 4 pieces. Solder the silver head into the brass hat. So I can do that upside down. Solder that first, flip it over, put the plume in, which is copper, and then without having this fall off, try and get that S-gear soldered on there as well. So it's a little tricky. A couple of them are 2 parts as well, just like the Magnus. So this one is our Spartan helmet, 2-part copper and silver. And then we've got this is our iconic logo. This is the Slickster. You see this one in a bead, you see it in a ring, you see it in a pendant, you see it in boot skulls, and then also in a bead as well. So one piece silver. This will be our main one. And then we have a lot of fun with it. So Rick wants to do, you know, a hog bead, or carve up a Tengu mask, or whatever, and then we put it out there and see if, and we're very fortunate that everything has been so well received the way it has been. The pens over here, this is a collaboration project we did with Hide, and Hide is a master craftsman out of Japan. He does custom knives, one-of-a-kinds, and then he does his own hand machining. So he made this pen out of copper. First time he's done a copper one, and then attached one of our Tengu beads to it on the top there. So he does these fun little bolt action pens. So because we have such a big client base in Japan, we do a lot of stuff with some of those guys, and, you know, they're old world craftsmanship guys, and we kind of have a lot of fun with the craftsmanship element as well, which ties right into our buddies over at Strider hand making stuff, and then John hand making. I mean, that's old world crafty stuff, sewing stuff up, made in America, and then we're proud of our made in America stuff as well.
So it just kind of came together, and, you know, we're looking at doing some collaborations together, and just see what we can do. We're going to get Strider and Starlingear and an SOE blade. We're going to do some limited runs of that we're talking about, and then see where we can work in with Rick. Like Rick's crazy because he doesn't just work in one medium. He can paint, he can draw, he can carve. Like anything. All these dudes you think of handmade shit, and he can do all of that. So,
and he still's got both his ears, and he hasn't gone crazy yet.
Yeah, he hasn't fucking mailed his ear to any chick. It's just nuts. Like, he's going to come up with something. My fear working with him is he can design beyond our capability. So we'll see what comes out of that. But it's gonna be cool, whatever it is, just to be able to work with those guys.
It's gonna be a blast.
So we just wanted to kind of show you, what Starlingear was doing and where we're at. So awesome. Thanks, guys. This is Jade, John Willis, and we'll see you guys soon.